Hello guys, welcome back to day 27 or 30 days of our AWS Cloud series. I'm Chan and today we are deep diving into the very powerful and often looked service that is AWS organizations. So AWS organizations are what? What does it generally mean? So it generally helps you to manage multiple AWS accounts centrally. What generally happens in this AWS organizations, suppose you have this AWS account, okay, this is your root account. Suppose you want to manage multiple accounts, this account, this account, this account. So there are 5 to 6 accounts, so you can't go come up here and come up here, come up here, come up here and manually manage. So to manage all this account at a center place here, the AWS organization helps us to manage this particular account by using the AWS organization. Imagine you are running with a company. Okay, suppose this is your company, this is your company and you have two projects. This is your project number A and this is your project number B. So here you have two accounts. In this A project, there can be different teams. There can be dev team, development team, there can be another testing team. Okay, they have different account. There can be a production team. Okay, same thing. There can be a B in this, there can be a development team, there can be test team, and there can be production team. Okay, so now to manage this, this becomes a one part, this becomes a two part. To manage this particular whole part, that can be a one of the complementary way, right? So to manage each and every one, both of the account, we can get in main root account where we are going to handle each and everything by using the AWS organizations part. Okay, so instead of creating one account and mixing everything on it, you can create a separate AWS account for each and team will be we have been separating. So why one account isn't enough for you? Okay, why we are creating different account? Why we are creating like this kind of a why one account, this AWS account is not enough for us to manage the things. Okay, so why? Let use case a real world analogies part. Imagine a big company runs all over items like HR, finance, IT on one single ID, so it will be total mess, right? Like suppose our deployments are coming, everything else has become a mess. So similarly in AWS, if all the services and resource managed under one control, one account, like only one account and everyone is coming, so like IT guys, HR's part, suppose there can be different more use cases, so there can be mess part. Okay, so to remove this kinds of mess and to remove that, there can be security also. Security become the might well like anywhere. There can be security part. Okay, there can be security issue might be there because if anyone can be able to access, so it can be able to breach our data. There can be cost checking. It's difficult because who everyone is coming. Okay, anyone is coming. They are just using the resources and they are just letting it down. Their cost can be difficult. So and resource access is hard to isolate. Whoever is getting, whoever is coming, we can give the particular part. So we can do it by using the IAM also, but IAM having a simple departitions part, like what generally happens, we just provide some kind of limited access. Okay, so there will be, we are going to create accounts with the root access, with the root accesses only, and they will be invited, they will be working on this particular kind of projects. Okay, so now, if I talk about with the separate account, each department works independently. The master account into AWS monitors each and everything. How much like this is your master, how much this account is been billing. Mean the billing part has been general cost. How much this account has been having the billing part. How much this third account is having with the billings part. Okay, so nothing to worry about it. Like this way, we can manage the different sample, different billings. So we have what are the components does the AWS organizations we have. So here, first of all, I'll just talk about here. This is your, let me quickly create a new separate diagram. Okay, this is your root diagram. Okay, this is what, this is your root. Okay, under this we have been creating with the two teams. This is team A, this is project A, this is project me. See, like this is guess your project is UI project and this project is name is AI project. Under the AI there can be different teams will be there. This team will be development team, this team will be there for the testing team, and this can be there for the production team. Okay, same thing for the B part, there will be different team, there can be different team, there can be different team. Like suppose this is B, C, D. Suppose this three teams, and here we have this kind of three teams. Okay, so first of all, we have, this is our root account. We have got it now. Now the A and B over here, which all are been working over, these are generally known as OC, OUs. Okay, these are generally known as what we say OUs. OUs means organization units. It's just like a folders. Okay, you can group account together. Like say we created like this is our AI part or this is our UI part. So these are generally known as organization unit. This A and same we have OU for the organization account B. Now we can apply some SPCs also over. What are the SCPs now over here? This is generally known as security compliance policies. Okay, policies are like we can attach some kinds of control policies like permission boundary who can access, EC2 who can access, the S3 who can access some kinds of particular thing. So these are the permission boundary we generally happen. Okay, even if someone in the account has admin IAM access, an SCP can restrict what they can do. So for example, you can say no one is Dave OU can delete the Amazon RDS part. Like suppose this is the one of our uh, person development. So he will be not able to delete the RDS part because we have just restricted the access. Like this development team will be only using the EC2 instances and only the some kind of build deploy or some kind of lambda functions only. So we have just this lambda function. So we have just restricted the access like by using the uh, secure control secure control policies. Okay, by the SCPs, we can manage this particular part. So let's do one thing. Let's quickly go to the practical use case. You will get a better understanding how this thing generally works, flows, and how this thing generally works here. Okay, so let's quickly launch our. This is our AWS Cloud console. Okay, now here you have to just search for the organizations. This is our organization. We have just quickly launched the our organizations part. Now, what is they are just giving? Do you want to create a new organization? What all those about? How does it work? I just talked about. There's a group of account. This was our root account, and we can have a something multiple OUs. OUs means organizations unit, and they have we can where we can apply the policies, where we can enable the AWS services like SCPs part, which I just talked about. What all the benefits and features we want? We can manage our AWS account, define who can use the organizations part, secure and monitor way, control access and the permissions by this service control policies. Each and everything has been defined, which we have just talked over here. So let's do one thing. Let's quickly create one organizations part. So this is my uh, creations part. This is, let me just quickly do one thing. Let me delete some kinds of projects. UI I already have with me. Okay, so let me delete this also, so it will be easy for you to understand the part. Okay, so no worries. Like you will get some this kind of particular part. So here we have root account. Here into the root account, we have some this kinds of sub root accounts. Now, suppose if you want to use two kinds of hierarchy, I just talked about UI and the OI part. Okay, so we have to select this here over here, and we are going to create one of the new AWS account units. So in the actions, you have to just quickly click on the multiple approvals part. Go to the actions, and here you will get, once you are into the root part, here they are the actions. Do you want to create a new? Yes, I want to create. What the name you want? I want the project UI will be there. Okay, now you have to just create a organization unit. We just talk about after the UI we have actions. Let's quickly create one more organization unit, that is project AI. Okay, so what we have done, we have just created a two organizations unit that is generally known as AI and the UI part. Here the resources are empty. So in this UI AI part, we can add more of the resources over here. Once you go back to the AWS account, so see here we have root account. Into the root account, we have two kinds of organizations unit, which we have just named as project AIs and project UI. Now, if you want to add the accounts over here, so how you can add? You can just quickly go to the add account. Okay, if you have existing account, so you can just provide the email ID of that particular person. If you have want to create a new account, so you can just name as this is Dave part, and I'm just providing some kinds of email ID like let's quickly temporary email. So let's take some kind of temporary emails, and I will quickly show you like we can just create a like Dave that kind of flow into this particular part. So let me quickly copy. Just the emails have been getting loaded. Yes, the image has been loaded. The email has been loaded. Just copy this and let's quickly paste. Now you have to just create an AWS account. It takes something around 4 to, you don't exceed the allowed number of the AWS accounts. I guess there's some kinds of you have exceeded the number of accounts. Okay, we have some kinds of exceeded the part. Suppose let me, this is my managed consoles part. Suppose this is my Dave part and this is my some kind of root part. So now if I want to add this particular person to a project AI, so how I can move? I can just go to the giant sandbox part into the account settings. We have to move to where? We have to move to the this project AI. I want to move to the move AWS to account to the here. So this person, this giant sandbox is going to be defined into this project AI part. And here, if you comes up over here, you can just check it out. This particular giant sandbox has been working over here. If I want to, this main account should be works into the project's UI part. So I can just quickly move towards the UI part. So here, what generally happens, now you can check with the hierarchy. Okay, we have a root account. Here into the root account, we got the two organizations in it. One is projects UI, one another is projects AI, and another is projects UI. So like this way, you can add the peoples over here on the basis of what how many wants, like you want for the Dave, you can have for the development part. If you want to create for the productions part, like if there will be different projects, and you can add more projects over here and you can just create the more particular persons over here. Now what the thing was all about is I was just talking about the services, the SCPs we generally have. So these are the integrated services. What kind of services you want to integrate? You want Amazon Detective, you want Amazon Guard Duty, you want Amazon Inspector, you want Amazon Q, Amazon Lake City. Like this way, you can just integrate with the multiple services over here, what kinds of things you want. Then they have also the policies part. Policies are like I just talked about SCPs part. Like if you want to restrict the person with some kinds of policies, like this is a SCPs policy, service control policies. Do you want to suppose if you want to create some kind of policies name, suppose EC2. You want to give any kinds of only the EC2 part. So you have to just filter it out. What kind of policies you want to give? I want to give EC2 with the all actions part. Once you give all actions, you just create the policies, and the once the policies get been created, it is taking resources. For the resources part, add the resources, all resources. I'm just giving with the ARN as a add resources also. Anything else? We are just like let me quickly add EC2 only. For resources, I'm just giving each and everything over here. Let's quickly create the resources. Now, suppose if you want to attach these policies to the UI person, like we have AI and the UI. If you want to attach these policies, so comes over here to a AWS account. Into the I want to attach the policies to the AI. Come to the policies part. I want to attach some new policies over here. So I will attach this EC2 policies, and the EC2 policies has been attached to this project AI. So this person can only access the EC2 part. Other things can't be accessed by this particular team member or this particular person. So like this way, we generally create a multiple AWS account. We attach the policies. We can create an organizations unit. We can define and control each and account everyone. So like this way, we will be getting a single billing over here who the persons are using. Like this person has their own email ID. This have their separate account ID. Here you can check it out. He can access their AWS account. He can just move and work with the AWS account part. Here he has his own email ID. This is my email ID. You can check it with the number 665. This is the 665. This is the another email ID. So like this way, what you can do, you can also create your AWS accounts. You can attach some random policies. You can just type with the policies. So like this way, you can manage your multiple AWS accounts by using the AWS organizations part. So always use a separate account for production. The dev environment, we generally say to manage this, we can have the root accounts, and we can apply the SCPs to avoid accidental deletions or the unsafe actions. And we can also like don't give the root access to every account. We generally use this IAM part. So same thing we can use here the SCPs part. We have the policies we generally have with us. Then we can also use the tagging of the cost explorer to tag the cost per teams part. Okay, if you comes over here, you can just tag like suppose what is the project.ai, what are the tags. If you want to give some kinds of tags, you can also give the tags. These are the children's, and in the children's we have can also show the account settings. This has been not available enabled for my side. So you can attach more policy if you want to remove any kind of policy. I want to remove, so I can just quickly deattach the policy. The full permissions like this way can be deattached easily. Okay, if you want to remove this particular person from your like project, so you can just could not be removed. So there can be some kinds of things if you want to move this person to another project, if you want it to the UI part, so this person can easily move to the UI parts, and you can add some kinds of accounts over here. Like see here into AI, no one is there. Into the UI part, two-person has been assigned this particular part. So like this way, you can create and manage multiple accounts by using the AWS organizations part. So AWS organizations equals to central control for multiple accounts and help with cost, security, and infrastructures. Here we have OUs. OUs are generally known as organizations units. Means we have projects divisions, and SCPs gives you the control with a smartly. Billing become easy with a consolidated invoice and better cloud hygiene. So that's a wrap up of day 27. We have learned about AWS organizations, bringing structure, security, simply to the large and the small setup. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Drop your question in the comment. I will try and I will see you on day 28. We will explore more about AWS amazing services. Till now, see you soon in the next video.